What I love about storytelling is, it's an opportunity for people to share their unique experience and to really get their voice out there, get you to know them, to relate to them, and just be inspired. I'm Frankie Quiñones, and this is the Storytellers Spotlight. My mom is a big-time storyteller. I kind of just got that from her. And then when I was young, they always had comedy on. We're always watching a lot of movies, stuff like that. And I found a sprinkler head in my dad's work truck, and I'd be there with the sprinkler head, and anyways, things, and So when I was younger, my mom and dad on payday, we would go rent a VCR, right? And I'm just probably showing my age right now, but we would go rent a VCR, and they would let me pick a movie, and I would always pick a Disney movie. There'd be Dumbo, Pinocchio. Those are some of my favorites. I would even get them again the next payday. My mom and dad had them. All right, let me get Pinocchio again, because that was cracking. And then it's just those movies they do such a great job of storytelling, making it so relatable. Even as a kid, you're I remember being oh man, don't lie, because your nose is gonna grow. But yeah, I think it was around then, just watching those movies and just wanting to be inside of those worlds. The heart behind this fool, I think, is just that family bond, that family vibe. Julio and Luis in the show, their bond is you could tell, it's just undeniable. They annoy each other, but you could tell the love that they have for each other is just it's crazy. It's man, we're blood. We're gonna be riding with each other till the very end, even though we have these, we're constantly bickering at each other, or I'm making fun of him or whatever. It's man, you could just sense that real love. We got this opportunity to tell this unique story, and it's so authentic to me. It's all the characters, even though we have all these crazy comedic moments and stuff like that, we're super grounded, and it just feels real and so relatable, not just to people that grew up like us, but to any background, especially the working class. I'm excited to see any, underrepresented voices on screen, whatever. I'm open to all those messages, but the main goal of this show is just be funny, and all the messages are sitting there, organically within the story. My character Luis, he's fresh out of the pen, and he's very emotionally immature, and he says a lot of stuff that's not PC or not accepted. So he has to be he's kind of like a loose cannon in that way. Hey man, we'll say that, but he's what's the matter? It's all good. And so it's which makes it more funny, but he somehow makes it relatable and likable, because we all have a cousin like that. Latino Heritage Month, man. Hopefully it just inspires you to celebrate it every month. But I think it's important because it just gives us a chance to just put all our colors out there and how diverse the Latino community is. It's dope. It's beautiful. I feel a lot of times we're kind of lumped in the same group, and actually there's a lot of us that are a lot different. Even though we share a lot of common ground and a lot of stuff, it's just cool to see all those different voices, all those different colors, and It's Mexicans, we love spicy food, and then Cubans, they don't have spicy food, and people are oh really? We didn't know that. And and it's not always about the food. It's everybody's oh, you're Mexican, I love tacos, and it's no, I mean, we have stories and all these colorful things. I love tacos too, obviously, but actually probably gonna get some later tonight. We need more of our voices in the background, behind the camera. And so anytime I see a young person that's into it, I'm oh, get after it. There's a lot of things you could do to improve yourself and strengthen your chances to be successful in this industry. For us, you got to work, almost twice as hard, because it's sometimes it could be challenging, And we're grateful that we got shows like this where we got the opportunity to share our unique, authentic voice, rather than we love your voice, but we want you to do it like this. They kind of let us do our thing on this one, and I'm optimistic that more networks and more people are going to take those chances because of shows like this. So that's what's up.